Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and I am back with a Paper Rose Studio Part 2 using their Sweet and Spooky mini junk journal kit. This is my first one that I put together, and I also have one of the Christmas ones, and I think they're stinking adorable. So as we go ahead and do a walkthrough of the finished results, I'm just gonna give you guys like some ideas of ways that you can use these if you don't want to use them just on their own, which I think on their own they are perfect, just adorable. Okay, but we're just gonna go ahead and get into how I finished these up. So here is the front cover for this one. There is an inspiration sheet in the kit, as well as some of the things are numbered. And for the most part, I followed like the base of the folio, like the junk journal part. But then I added just whatever I wanted to add and just had some fun with it. So you have one of the die cuts here with another potion bottle die cut behind. I have the admit one ticket here. So you have some of the die cuts on the front. So this one is kind of more simplistic than this style here. The back is just plain because I just love the pumpkins and I couldn't mess that up. Somebody could journal right there, or they can put in a photo. And then on this one I added, which isn't really like sticking very well because I have this like fluffy envelope, so I should have put the envelope on first and then put my Velcro dot into place, but it's okay, it works good enough. I added this piece. Now let me remember. Okay, I should let me grab one just to show you guys, because I did not do this matting part in the craft with me video, and literally all I did was take a sheet and I didn't even cut it down. I just put like this end down to the very end. I think I did cut it this way. I want to say 4 1/4, but let's check. I think I had cut the 6x6 down to 4 1/4. Yeah, so it would have been right about there, 4 1/4 down. And then all I did was trace this image. It was, I paper clipped it together so it would stay, but I just traced this like that. And then once I had that, so it was, you know, right here, I trimmed off a 1/8 of an inch, not an 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch on this side, just like a sliver off. And then I got this off to the other side, however, you know, whatever measurement I needed, which was, so this is 5 1/2, so this should be 5 3/8. So it is 5 3/8. So that's just how I did it. And then I went back because this was taller, and I shaved off, you know, whatever I needed to shave off to make this fit, which I want to say was probably like 4 or 4 1/8. 4, yeah. But you measure yours when you go to do it. So they did have, I think they had this envelope actually on this style. But I did add the little policy envelope. I layered up some of the die cut pieces. I added a little magnet right there. And then inside the pocket, I did cut this tag down, as you can see, to fit in there because I wanted the ghosty in there. So I did cut it down. So that is in there. And then it opens up like so. So I left this nice and clean for photo spots. It lifts up. I added a tuck spot here. I added this pocket. And then some of the tags, which you can put like twine or ribbon on. I just kept them plain. So just so you guys can see, that's a tuck spot. And then I took this piece, which is the stove, nope, the fireplace. Oh my goodness, go to sleep. And I added it by taking a scrap. So for the junk journal kit, I did supplement with papers from the 6x6 pads. I have both of them, the collection and the basics. And I added in for layering, for matting. If you do not have this, but you have this, you could just add in some solids from your stash. We all have solids. And I just took a 1/2-inch strip, scored it in half, and created myself a little hinge to make this fireplace a flap. So that is that style. And then as you can see, I have the Velcro right there. And I don't know, I might have to add like another top to make it work. But, I mean, like I said, it's there, but it's not there very good. You have to really get it into place. And then this one, I added a little bit more like texture and elements to it. So we have some things. I had a doily in my stash. This is all, you know, like the die cuts, but I did bring in some flowers, some little bling bling. I popped things up on foam, and then I punched a hole right here and then added an eyelet to that. And then I just pulled some eyelash trim through, and to keep it into place, I added one of the die cuts and glued it right there. So it looks like that. So this is my cute little dainty one that's creepy. So again, you could see how I have the string just going through the hole, and then it wraps around the body of the folio. Or say the junk journal. But mine's not junky. It's cute. Okay, and then it opens up like this. So here I put one of the side pockets and added this large tag that was already in like the die cuts portion. So I kind of kept this part right here like orange and greens. I think I might have some purple in the middle. I don't remember. Added some tags, put this pocket on top. And you still have the decorative pocket or flap right here because it has a nice little scallop. And then, okay, yeah, I didn't have purple. I kind of kept this like an orange-green vibe. And then I think, oh, this one had like the purple and pink. So again, just using papers from the 6x6. So even though this is the same, no, that's not. That's over in this one. I thought it was the same image over there. I was like, nope, you did not do that. And then I have the pocket down below with some of the little bitty tags and just some, you know, seam binding on there. And then I just added a little photo mat from the 6x6 papers. And I just think they're so cute. I can't wait to do the Christmas. Now the Christmas, I might have to junk it up a little bit more. We will see. But what I think is great about these, I'm stuck on a corner in there, is that, stop it. It is, you could put these right into your mini album / folios. You can glue them together and make a bigger, you know, album. So imagine we don't have this on the back. You could do like a do-si-do type of situation. And now look, we have a chunkier album, and you just could glue, you can glue on all sides, 4 sides, or you can glue on 3 and put in a photo mat, either in the top. I would do it in the top, not the sides, because when you're doing do-si-do, it kind of gets in the way. But yeah, I think this turned out really cute. I can't wait to do the Christmas one. I am getting now caught up on all like my design team projects, so they should be coming your way. I just didn't have a chance to film. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. And I do have my referral link listed below that will take you right to the website. Again, just a reminder, if you're in the US, and I want to say it's $100. I don't know why I don't look it up to confirm. But I want to say if you spend $100, it's free shipping because they are in Australia. It does not take a massive amount of time to get to you. It does, you know, I mean, a good 2 weeks, yes. But, you know, it's worth it. And like I said, they have papers that they've put out like years ago. They have a huge inventory. You guys just have to go through and look at all the fun things that they have that you want to put in your stash. But there you go. That is Sweet and Spooky's mini junk journal kit. And I will have one of the Christmas ones coming up just in a couple weeks. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.